Hi crafty friends, welcome to the Crafty Seas. Today we'll be showing you how you can upcycle some old seashells and some napkins into these beautiful decoupaged trinket dishes. And they're quick, simple and easy to make. All you'll need are some seashells, and you can use large ones or small ones, and these are from Scallops. And you can also buy them online in craft stores, or also ask your local fishmonger if they might have any. But as I said, we've had these in our stash for a few years now, but we're on a mission to stash bust. So we've decided to use these shells and some of the napkins that we had in our stash. And you probably might have some napkins lying about your house as well that you could use. And if you don't have napkins, you could also use some decoupage paper, and we had some of these papers in our stash. This pack was bought from Pound Stretchers, and this pack was from the range. So keep your eyes peeled in your craft stores for decoupage papers or napkins. And these napkins were originally purchased from TK Maxx and Asda. So what you'll need to make these beautiful ornate decoupage trinket dishes are your shells, your napkin and some glue. And we'll be using this PVA glue mix that we will be watering down with a little bit of water, and we'll be using a brush to apply it to our shell, and as a finishing coat we'll be spraying it with this clear gloss yacht varnish. And for the beautiful gold touches round the edge, we'll be using this Peeble gilding wax. So stay tuned and let's get crafting. We're going to grab our napkin and separate the layers. Normally you'll get 3 ply in a napkin, but we just want to use the very top layer. So we'll separate that off, and don't throw away your other layers of napkins. You can use them for other projects like cleaning up spills, drying off stamps, and you can even stamp on them yourself to make your own napkins for using in decoupage projects. So we'll set them to the side and grab our napkin, and we're going to make up our glue mixture next using the PVA glue and water. And there's no exact ratio to this, we're just going to use the eyeball method of measuring. So we'll just pour out some glue and put in a little splash of water. We don't want the glue to be too runny, just a little bit thinner than the consistency that it comes in the bottle. So a little splash and a stir. And when you're happy with that, we're just going to apply a generous coat onto the shell. You want to make sure every little nook and cranny is covered with the glue so that your napkin is going to adhere nice and firmly and smoothly to your shell. Grab your napkin and just gently place that into the seashell and just gently dab it down. You can spray your napkin with water first to help it fall into the creases, and you can also use a Polly Pocket or piece of plastic to push gently down onto your napkin, or a wet brush with a little bit more Mod Podge or glue mix on it. Just be very careful at this stage because the napkin's really fragile and could rip. So once you've got it all placed down and you're happy with it, you're just going to cut off the excess round the edges of the napkin and leave that to dry. So we'll get busy putting the napkins onto the rest of these shells, and we'll be back to show you the next stage. Our shells are dry. We're going to grab the Peeble gilding paste and we're going to rub that round the edge. And if you don't have gilding polish, you can use gold acrylic marker pens or metallic pens or even gilding flakes or glitter, anything that you have in your stash at all. But we absolutely love our gilding polish, and we've had this jar since we began crafting a few years ago, and we've used it lots and lots of times, and there's hardly a dent in the pot. And you can get it in a few shades. It comes in gold, bronze, silver and an antique gold as well. We would really recommend this product. It goes on beautifully. You just tap it on and then you can use a dry cloth or a rag to burnish it and polish it, and that really brings out the shine of the gold. And we also like to add a little touch of the gold wax around the back edges, and whatever's left in our finger, just rub it over the shell and it'll pick up the natural textures in that seashell. And today's make is inspired by the hashtag useyourstash, hosted by Steffi Creates, and this time the prompt was spring and nature. And as we had these shells in our stash and some floral and nature themed napkins, we thought this was the perfect excuse to get crafting and get stash busting. And we're on a mission here at the Crafty Seas to craft our stash this year, so check out some of our other videos where we've been doing stash busting too. And please check out the link below for Steffi Creates channel, and you can follow along using the hashtag useyourstash. So we have all our shells decoupaged up with the different napkins. We have some of our large ones and our little ones, and they've all been dried and the gold applied, but they're matte at the moment, and we'd like to seal them so that we can use them as trinket dishes and soap dishes or things like that. So we want them to be nice and hard wearing and waterproof and have a nice glossy finish like the one we showed earlier. So to achieve this, we're going to grab our spray yacht varnish, and you can get this in matte and gloss, but we'll be using the gloss one today. And we'll just give it a spray, a few thin coats, and here are our finished decoupaged shell trinket trays. And I think you'll agree they've turned out wonderful for just an old shell and some napkins. And have you ever tried making these before? We'd love to hear from you in the comment section below, and let us know if you have a favourite design of the ones we've made today. I really like this tropical one with the gold, it's very pretty. And this one here is a more dark gothic theme. We used one of our Halloween black napkins with the gold skull design, and we've put the gold gilding round the edge. And my husband has already decided that he'd like to use this in his guitar room to put his plectrums in, so it's off to a good home already. And let us know in the comment section below, what would you use these little dishes for? Just a piece of home decor, or maybe you could put some spare coins in it, or the little ones especially I think would be great sat next to a sink for you to put your jewellery or your wedding ring in when you're washing your hands. I really like this poppy one. I think it turned out beautifully. What do you think? And we've used these napkins before for a few projects. We've made some spring decor with them, an upcycled chopping board, and some wooden ornaments for the Christmas tree as well. So I'll leave a link to our other napkin videos down below, and you can pop over and check them out as well for some inspiration on how to use up those napkins in your crafty stash. We had great fun making these. It was super fun, quick and easy to do, and I think that they turned out really pretty. So we made the 4 small ones, and we've made the 4 large ones, the one with the beautiful bird, the skull, and the tropical florals, and the one with the springtime floral scene. Do you have a favourite of the ones we've shown? Let us know in the comment section below. Please consider giving us a like, subscribe, and if you ring that bell, you'll be notified the next time we make a video. And you just don't know what we'll be up to here at the Crafty Seas. We like to try a little bit of everything. A huge thank you for watching along today. We hope you have a fantastic day, whatever you may be doing, and until next time, happy crafting!